Forest Woods Media presents Minute Commentaries on 20th Century Poets. Listen to this about Robert Pinsky, poet, essayist, dramatist, critic, teacher. In 1997, when Robert Pinsky entered the Library of Congress as the Poet Laureate, 6 of his own books were already on the library shelves. Pinsky's translation of Dante has been called the premier modern text for English language readers. His acclaimed verse translation, The Inferno of Dante, 1995, started as an assignment from a publisher for a book with 20 different poets, each doing a canto or 2. Robert Pinsky fell in love with the technical challenge, and after doing Canto 28 as assigned, another poet dropped Canto 20, so he did that too. And then secretly, to amuse himself the way some people play computer games or do crossword puzzles, he started Canto 1. That's when it was hard to stop. Robert Pinsky quickly did the math and realized 3 cantos was a tenth of the road almost to completion. The award-winning English translation of Dante started by chance and was finished because of its puzzle-solving appeal. Pinsky said, "I think the profounder aspects of the project may have been working on me unconsciously, but consciously it was the love of difficulty which kept me fascinated." Robert Pinsky has championed the oral tradition in poetry. Sound is what Pinsky talks about first. He claims to be attached to the old roots of poetry as a bodily art, and given to the old traditions of the sounds of poetry. He talks of the core of air, which is the poem inside the body. In reciting a poem by Frost or Chaucer, Yeats or Dickinson, the actual words choreographed by that now dead artist can still inhabit our bodies. And a poem written today can inhabit another person, hundreds of years in the future and thousands of miles distant. Pinsky says, "My lips and tone and teeth and breath are performing the work of art of a poem. It's intimate, but it's also physical." Pinsky's field of interest is poetry and culture. In the book The Figured Wheel, New and Collected Poems, Pinsky writes of a subject he can't quite name. Civilization, or culture, or history. He says, "I'm interested in all the stuff of the world, the way we dress, the movies we watch, the crimes we commit, the machines we use, the heroic couplet, jazz choruses. I've got rhythm changes, and it's the way these things are put together." Pinsky, who once played saxophone, talks like a musician when he describes a fascination he holds since childhood, the way things fit together or fail to. Robert Pinsky has been described by critics as anecdotal, neoclassic, narrative, modernist, elegant, natural, and more. These elements are all in his poetic work, and the humor. He likes putting jokes in his poems and seems to have even surprised himself with an elegy poem that had 2 jokes in it. Robert Pinsky's work is known for a perfection of style. Meter is what holds his poetry together, along with a love of the difficult.
When I had no roof, I made audacity my roof. When I had no supper, my eyes dined. When I had no eyes, I listened. When I had no ears, I thought. When I had no thought, I waited. When I had no father, I made care my father. When I had no mother, I embraced order. When I had no friend, I made quiet my friend. When I had no enemy, I opposed my body. When I had no temple, I made my voice my temple. I have no priest. My tongue is my choir. When I have no means, fortune is my means. When I have nothing, death will be my fortune. Need is my tactic. Detachment is my strategy. When I had no lover, I courted my sleep.
I'm Grace Cavalieri. Funding is provided by the Sci-Nippet Fund. Our producer is Jack Tarashuk. Our engineer is Mike Turpin.